Assalamualaikum Dr. Azman. My group will be presenting about job analysis and design. I am the first presenter for this group. My name is Anis Mashita binti Badrumune from class BA 2462A, and I will presenting about what is job analysis. Job analysis is the process of collecting and analyzing information on the content and human requirements of occupations, as well as the context in which occupations are done, and the process of defining and establishing the tasks, responsibilities, and specifications of a given job. It includes the data collected necessary to create a job description that will attract the suitable person to fill the post. Job analysis in human resource management assists in determining the amount of experience, qualification, skills, and knowledge required to properly do a job.
Next, we move on to sources of job analysis information. We know that job analysis is an important HR building block. What we are wondering how a person does one. The first step is to collect information needed to analyze job. The first four common methods used are interviews, questionnaires, observations, and diaries. Next, we move on to sources of job analysis information. We know that job analysis is an important HR building block. What we are wondering how a person does one. The first step is to collect information needed to analyze job. The first four common methods used are interviews, questionnaires, observations, and diaries. First method is interviews. What is interviews? Interviews is a job analyst or supervisor interviews individual employees or their managers about the parameters of the job. When a job is particularly complex, a firm interviews a panel of subject matter experts or SMEs. SMEs are the job experts that usually do the job or train and supervise others to do the job. The second method is questionnaires. The job analyst or supervisor circulates standard questions for job holders to fill out individually. The forms in the question are the same that as in an interview. The third method is observations. The job analyst or supervisor learns the job by observing and recording activities associated with it on a standardized form. The fourth method is diaries. Job holders are asked to keep diaries of their work activities for an entire work cycle. The diaries are normally filled out at the specific times of the work shift. Next, we hop on to controlling the accuracy of job data collected. When interviewing employees or reviewing their questionnaires, a job analyst should look for any responses that contradicts any other facts or impressions he or she received about the job. The field of job analysis information is Functional Job Analysis System or FJA. FJA is a job analysis approach that utilizes inventory of various types of work activities that constitute any job. The second other sources is Positional Analysis Questionnaire System or PAQ. PAQ is a questionnaire that identifies approximately 300 different tasks to determine the degree to which each is involved in doing a job. The third other sources is Critical Incident Method. A job analysis uses this method to identify both desirable and undesirable behaviors that led either to a very good outcome or a very bad outcome in a job. The fourth method is Task Inventory Analysis. This method was pioneered by US Air Force. It is an organization-specific list of tasks and their descriptions used as a basis to identify components of jobs. The fifth method is Competency-Based Approach. Competency-based approach means describing the job in terms of the measurable, observable, behavioral competencies, knowledge, skills, or behaviors that an employee doing that job must exhibit to do the job well. The next subtopic is parts of a job description. Most job descriptions contain at least three parts: the job's title and location, a job identification section, and the third one is a job duty section. The other important outcome of the job analysis is the job specification. First, job title. Selecting a job's title serves several purposes. First, the job title is psychologically important because it provides status to the employee. For instance, sanitation engineer is more appealing title than garbage collector. Second, if possible, the title provides an indication what the duties of the job entails. Job title also indicate the level of the job in the organization. Second, job identification section. The job identification section usually follows the job title. It includes such items as the department and location of the job, the person to whom the job holder reports, and date the job description was last revised. The third one is Task, Duties, and Responsibilities section. Statements covering job duties are typically arranged in order of their importance. Sometimes the statements indicate the percentage of time devoted to each duty. The Civil Rights Act of 1991, the American with Disabilities Act, ADA, and landmark court rulings require employers to show that the job criteria they use to select employees for a particular position are valid and relate specifically to the duties for the job. Lastly, the job specification section. Typically, a job specification section covers two areas of qualification. The first one is the skills required to perform the job, and the second one is the job's physical demands. Skills relevant to a job include the education, experience, and specialized training, and the personal traits or abilities. This section should also include interpersonal skills if a competency-based job analysis approach is used. Lastly, the next subtopic is parts of a job description. Most job descriptions contain at least three parts: the job's title and location, a job identification section, and the third one is a job duties section. The other important outcome of the job analysis is the job specification. First, job title. Selecting a job's title serves several purposes. First, the job title is psychologically important because it provides status to the employee. For instance, sanitation engineer is more appealing title than garbage collector. Second, if possible, the title provides an indication what the duties of the job entails. Job title also indicate the level of the job in the organization. Second, job identification section. The job identification section usually follows the job title. It includes such items as the department and location of the job, the person to whom the job holder reports, and date the job description was last revised. The third one is task, duties, and responsibilities section. Statements covering job duties are typically arranged in order of their importance. Sometimes the statements indicate the percentage of time devoted to each duty. The Civil Rights Act of 1991, the American with Disabilities Act, ADA, and landmark court rulings require employers to show that the job criteria they use to select employees for a particular position are valid and relate specifically to the duties for the job. Lastly, the job specification section. Typically, a job specification section covers two areas of qualification. The first one is the skills required to perform the job, and the second one is the job's physical demands. Skills relevant to a job include the education, experience, and specialized training, and the personal traits or abilities. This section should also include interpersonal skills if a competency-based job analysis approach is used. Lastly,
Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Darissa binti Muhammad Nazari. I am from BA2462A. So today I will continue to explain about job design in ergonomic, enrichment, rotation, and enlargement. So what is a job design? Job design is an outgrowth of job analysis which focuses on reconfiguring jobs to capture the talents of employees, improve their work satisfaction, and enhance an organization performance. So what we will see in this topic is about ergonomic, which focus on the task of a job and how they can be done better, while in enrichment is more focused on the person. Moreover, job design in rotation and enlargement help prevents the boredom people experience when they perform narrow specialized job. The idea behind these four approaches is to design job in such a way that those who perform workers are more motivated to do very well. From my understanding, motivating people is especially important in light of the fact that job design is an outgrowth of job analysis which can enhance the job through technological and human consideration in order to improve organizational efficiency and employee job satisfaction. So next, I will briefly explain about job design in ergonomics and enrichment. So ergonomic is the process of studying and designing equipment and systems that are easy and efficient for employees to use. In other words, ergonomic focuses on the well-being of workers so as to improve the efficiency of organizations. Factors such as the climate employees working, the temperature of facilities, noises and lighting conditions, and other than light. So while in job enrichment is enhancing a job by adding more meaningful tasks and duties to make the work more rewarding or satisfying. For example, like giving more freedom, encouraging participation, giving employees the freedom to select the method of working, and other things they like. So the advantages of the job enrichment are that you can improve the decision-making ability of the employee, identify higher order needs of employee, for example, like ego esteem needs and self-actualization. So these needs can be achieved through by job enrichment. So now I will continue to job enlargement and job rotation. For job enlargement is more like you add more tasks and value to an existing job profile. So apart, in other words, job enlargement offer more tasks to be performed to the employee. For example, like Mr. Ahmad is working as an executive with a company and is currently performing 3 activities on his job. So after the job enlargement or by through job enlargement, he add 4 more activities to the existing job. So now Mr. Ahmad performs 7 activities on the job. So by this job enlargement, the company will provide a greater variety of activities to the individual so that they are in a position to increase the interest of the job and make maximum use of employee skills. So this job enlargement helps to improve and increase the skill of the employee. So the person can learn many new activities in the skill that they have. So, and lastly is job rotation. So job rotation is where employees of an organization are exposed to the several different roles and profiles across the company. Employees are rotated across various job profiles and the best suit roles are identified by the company. For example, like Mr. Ahmad is assigned to the marketing department as he learned all the jobs to be performed for marketing at his level in the organization. After that, he is shifted to the sales department or to the finance department and so on. So Mr. Ahmad is finally placed in the department in which he shows the best performance by through this job rotation. So job rotation, it helps the employee to learn new things and able to learn different jobs in the organization.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Akila, and so I'm gonna explain about employees team. So first, employees team is a group of employees that working together towards a common purpose, in which the members have complementary skills. Members work in mutually dependence, and the group has discretions over tasks performed. So here there are a common teams form, which is first we have the cross-functional teams, project teams, self-directed teams, task force teams, cross-improvement teams, and virtual teams. So first, functional teams is a group staffed with a mix of employees from an organization's marketing, which is productions, engineering department, and so forth, and is formed to accomplish a specific objective. So next we have project teams. Is a group formed specifically to design a new product or services. So the members are assigned by their managers on the basis of their ability to contribute to their team's success. So this group are normally disbanded after the task is completed lah. And the third is self-directed team, group of highly trained individually performing a set of interdependent job tasks with a natural works unit. So this team member rely on consensus types decision making to perform their work duty, solve problem, or deal with internal and external customer. And next is task force team. Task force team is a group formed by management to immediately resolve a major problem. And next is process improvement teams, a group made up of experienced people from a different department or function. So this group is charged with improving quality, decreasing waste, or enhancing the productivity of process that affect all departments or functions. So the members are normally appointed by the manager. So for virtual team is a team that utilize telecommunicating technology to link teams members who are geographically dispersed or often worldwide across a culture, across the time zones. So this virtual team, they do not have to work for just one organization. So many virtual teams consist of members from different organizations. For example, to improve workflows in supply chain, it is not uncommon for manufacturer to have their employee team up with the employees of their supplier and the employee of retailer who buy the manufacturer product. So next we have flexible work schedule. Flexible work schedule is a employees sometimes depart from the traditional workday or work weeks to improve their productivity and the morale of their employees by giving them more control over the hour of their works. So these are the more common flexible work schedule are the compressed work week, flex times, job sharing, and telecommuting. So first we have flex times. So flex times or flexible working hour give employee the option of choosing a daily startup and quitting times, provide they work a certain number of hours per day or weeks, which these flex times employees are given the considerable latitude in scheduling their work. So in flex time we have the advantage and several disadvantage, which means for advantage the employees can adjust their work to accommodate their particular lifestyle. And for disadvantage for flex time, first it is not suited to some jobs such as those that require a specific workstation to be staffed at all time. And second, it can create a problem for manager trying to supervise and schedule meetings with employees who earn offsite. Some firms utilize work-oriented social media tools such as Slack, Yammer, and Workplace by Facebook. So second, we have compressed work weeks. A compressed work week is one in which the number of days in the work week is shortened by lengthening the number of hour work per day. So for example, the employer might work 10 hours a day for 4 days a week, or they might work 80 hours over 9 days and take 1 day off every other weeks. So next is job sharing. So job sharing is an arrangement whereby two part-time employees do a job normally held by one full-time employee. So job sharing can also reduce layoff in hard economic times. Company with the job sharing also can help a program include the and the lastly is telecommuting. So telecommuting is the use of personal computer, network, and other communication technology to do work in the home that is traditionally done in the workplace. So how the telecommuting help the company? So the better work-life balance the employees experience can help them to attract and retain the valuable employee who otherwise might quit. So lastly, that I can conclude here that increasingly the firm are using employee teams to solve the unique and complex problems to enhance the collaboration among workers, improve their morale and performance, and makes the most of the firm's scarce resources. So an employee team is a group of individuals working together toward a common purpose in which members have a complementary skill, members work in mutually dependent, and the group has discretion over the tasks it's performed. So there are also a type of team commonly used. So that's all from our groups. Thank you.